Hi everyone. I wanted to make a video on my past life sessions that I do. And so when I do past life sessions, I not only look to receive the information from the past lives, and I do this by going into the Akashic Records. And with my gift, I look and see what's there. But I also clear any of the issues. So if there are things stemming from a past life that are affecting you now, then it's good to have them brought to your awareness and then cleared and healed. So it is pretty amazing because I love not only being able to give the information to all of you, but to actually help you with the actual issues that are blocking you. So, um, very exciting. Now, past lives are really, really important because they will give us clues and hints to not only what our gifts are and our talents, but what we've done as careers in the past. They will show us our heritage, lives that maybe we've been drawn to a certain culture or a certain time in history on this planet. And so it's very, very cool to just find out who you are on a soul level, some of the experiences you have and have had. And, the greatest thing, one of the greatest things, is that when you become aware of a past life, you naturally begin to integrate all of those wisdom codes and all of that knowledge that you learn there. So, to use now, which is wonderful. It's wonderful to be able to, use what you've already gone through before. And so, a lot of people will have deja vu experiences, and sometimes it can be something from a past life, like maybe I've been here before, or I've known this person, or this is important, but I can't exactly put my finger on why. So, past lives are really, really, really important to look into, especially, wanting to understand all multidimensional and different aspects of yourself and integrate that into who you are today. You know, a beautiful process. But if there is anything, and with everyone, there is because we're here having this experience and playing this game and working through our karma. So I wanted to just talk about some of the things um, that are blocks that will be removed in the session if you have that block. But these are just a few. And then when I look, like I'll see everything and just pull the information. So the first one is past life vows. Now, when you, God, okay, have made a vow to you, God, here and you, God, around you, whether it was before incarnating on the planet, okay, um, or actually living a life, when you make a vow that is so sacred and that is so, so deep because it is to you, your higher self, you, God. And you don't sever that vow from that past life, you can be blocked and affected by it energetically in this life. So, some of the like very common past life vows that affect people are vow of chastity, which will affect you sexually in this life. A vow of silence, which will make it difficult for you to speak your emotions and feel safe doing so. A vow of poverty, which will block you in finances, and a vow of remembrance, which will block you from remembering important things. So, there's so many more than just that, but being able to have the vow cleared energetically clears you for in this present moment now and for the future, so that you don't have these blockages keeping you from being as happy as you can be. The next one I wanted to talk about is unrequited love. Now, unrequited love always stems from us not loving ourselves and valuing ourselves. Okay, so that's the core and the thing that is healed with unrequited love. However, when we experience unrequited love in the past, whether it is with a parent or in this life, whether it's with a parent or spouse, a family member, when we experience unrequited love and we do not love ourselves, okay, move forward and heal from that experience and love ourselves, then we'll carry it in the subconscious and continue to draw on that experience in this life. So if you have experienced unrequited love and you do not want to experience it again, that definitely loving yourself is the key to that and getting that issue cleared. Okay, the next one is phobias. So a lot of people will have phobias and have no idea why they are afraid. And a lot of the times, of course, it's stemming from a past life. Perhaps you were persecuted for witchcraft and you were burned at the stake or drowned, so you could have an irrational fear of water or fire. Also, claustrophobia, if you were ever imprisoned or in slavery, a lot of times there's a connection there. So when you don't know why you're so afraid of something, and it can even be something like, deathly afraid of spiders, and you could have been bit by a spider and died, So they're being able to clear the trauma from the past will, in this reality, in this life, clear the effects here as well. And fear, is one of the biggest, I want to say the most blocks for not only humanity, but for us living in unconditional love and connecting in our hearts. If there's fear there, then, we're not in the love vibration. So, trust and faith. Okay, so trust and faith issues do have to stem with it has to do with the third eye. It can be different. There can be different triggers as to why you have issues with religion, spirituality, trust, or faith. A lot of the times, I have found that they stem from very like past life where religion, something negative happened with religion. So that can create blockages, and you know and literally, okay, so yeah, if trust and faith can go with everything, not just the divine, not just spirit, not just ourselves. It can go in every area of life. So the good thing is that when you remove that blockage, it will butterfly effect in other areas. So it's kind of like a spider web. It's like you remove one thing and it goes and it removes that issue in other areas of your life. Forgiveness. So a lot of us hold on to so much emotion and so much resentment, in our hearts subconsciously from past lives that we're not even aware of is there. But if you struggle with forgiveness in this life, then you have struggled with it before. And the energy of unforgiveness, literally, it is so toxic. It cakes the heart chakra and keeps us from having a heart chakra that's healthy and functioning correctly, but it keeps us from being able to unconditionally love ourselves and those around us. And forgiveness, I'm going to tell you, every single issue with forgiveness has to do with self first. Okay? So when you forgive and unconditionally love and heal the self, once again, it will affect outwards in your reality in a positive way. So, holding on to that energy is bad for your health, it's bad for your soul, it's bad for your progression. So, forgive yourself, okay? Finances. Okay. There's a whole lot of different things that can cause a block in finances, from um, curses to issues with your mother, because mother energy is always about receiving. And so, if a blockage there, limiting beliefs and thought patterns, a vow of poverty. There's so many different reasons of why you could have blockages in finances. So, when I look, I'll see all the reasons and just clear all of it. Food and hunger. Okay, so a lot of people, this, I actually did a session today, yeah, that this came up, and a lot of people, think, oh, I didn't know why that happened, or I didn't know why I did that. And it is stemming from a past life. So if you have suffered from starvation, food and hunger in the past, you can be affected in this life subconsciously. It can manifest as an eating disorder, or you could stockpile so much food that you really probably don't need, or you can make sure that you eat every single thing on your plate. And so, issues with food and hunger. The thing I want to remind and say to everyone is that there is more than enough abundance in money and food on the whole planet for every single person every day. So, removing that subconscious issue will, clear it from affecting you in your daily life today. Health. Okay, so um, with health as well, there are so many things that can affect your health in this life. And so, so many things from past life injuries or being executed, or karma that having a condition. So with health, it's nice to know where things are stemming from, and how to deal with and fix that. And even again, like curses too, can go through your whole line of lineage and cause disease and things like that. So knowing where the issues are stemming from is a very good thing. Wars and battles. So, people who have died in wars and battles will carry an anger or like revenge kind of energy subconsciously, which will make them, a lot of the times, okay, a little bit more just angry in general in life. So clearing the trauma and the issues from dying in a war and battle will help your heart to heal and release that anger. Male, female. Now this one, okay, so sometimes we incarnate as the sex that we are now, sometimes male, sometimes female. And if you've had so many lives, let's say that you're a woman in this life, but you have had so many more male lives, and you've incarnated here, and you could have blockages with just a balance of female and male energy. You could be more tomboyish. So that would be something that I would clear. It all has to do with the sacral chakra. You could have blockages in sexuality. You could have blockages in conceiving a child. So the male female blockage is all about the sacral chakra, and it is an amazing thing to have that cleared. It will help improve, just create more balance, but also with your emotions and things like that. Okay. Orphan. Now, this kind of goes with unrequited love. If you were orphaned in a past life, then like subconsciously or even consciously carry unrequited love is a huge issue, but also feeling like you don't have a family and that you don't belong anywhere, are things with being orphaned, and feeling like you just don't have a niche, you don't have a home. So that's definitely something that you want to clear in this life if you've experienced it before, or if you have been an orphan in this life. Clear up those emotions and heal yourself, love yourself to move forward so that you don't have to incarnate and go through that experience again. Okay. Mother. Now, sometimes we will incarnate with our mothers because we love them so much and they're our soul family. And other times we will incarnate with our mothers because we have a lot of karma and stuff to work out. Okay. So our higher selves, when we're before incarnation, goes, I have a lot of stuff to work on with this lady. I think that I'm going to be incarnate as her daughter. So clearing blocks with your mother, whether it's issues from past life or present, will open you up to abundance because mother energy is all about receiving, and abundance of all types, love, money, everything, any type of abundance that you can think of. So that will help with that block. Father. So father energy is all about providing and giving and protecting. And so you may have if you had issues with a father in this life that you've been with before, it's good to clear up those issues so you don't have to incarnate again and do this all over again, but also feeling protected and taken care of and provided for, as well as abandonment issues and limiting beliefs, thought patterns, and emotions that you could be feeling on a subconscious, level that are affecting you, that you're like, oh my gosh, I think maybe I have a block with a father from past life, or it could be that my father in this life, was so and so in a past life and da 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 da. So clearing is a good thing. And the last one that I'm going to talk about is karmic relationship. Okay, so we draw people, our subconscious mind we draw people into our experience that we have stuff to work out with. Okay, we draw them into our experience because this is another chance for us. Well, and I say I, higher self, God self, draw them into our lives so that we can clear up the karma and heal. Okay, so these are just some things that are cleared and healed in the past life reading. It is amazing because you not only get the information about yourself and all of the stuff in the Akashic records, that I can pull at one time that's blocking you. Because, yeah, I mean, when I cleared my Akashic records, I did it a completely different way before I learned the technique that I have now. And it was just completely out of the way and took a really long time and not nearly as efficient as what I do now. So definitely clearing it from your records so that, it does not exist any longer. So, all right. Well, I hope that this message reached all of you well. And if you are interested in a past life reading, you can message me. And I hope that all of you enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.